I'm Mike Stevens with Snowplow News. We're here talking with Nick Krueger. He's the product manager for snow for the Ariens company, and he's here to tell us about his Mammoth 850 and all the attachments, which we're really excited to hear about. Nick, can you tell us a little bit about the Mammoth and all the attachments?
Absolutely, thanks Mike. So this is our Mammoth 850 tractor. It's powered by an 850cc Kawasaki engine with 28.5 horsepower. Well above the competition, gives plenty of power to the tractor and to all of our attachments. The great thing about Mammoth is it allows you to purchase the tractor and then the attachments that you need for your business. So you can customize what your Mammoth is based on the different properties and the different type of events that you're experiencing.
Okay.
So a number of attachments that come with Mammoth. We have our V-Plow. We'll start over here if you want, Mike.
Right.
Our V-Plow is actually new for this year. It's a 48-inch V-Plow. We have the option of two 6-inch wings that can come as well. They would mount on top of the plow attachment right here.
Okay.
So the plow is completely controlled by the joystick on the dash, and that's similar to the rest of our attachments too.
Okay.
So it picks it up like a skid steer, a single connection right here with the electrical, and then everything is controlled through the dash. This is our salt spreader, our drop spreader. It's a 2 cubic foot capacity, and it allows you to change the drop width from 30 up to 36 inches, depending on the different areas that you're going to be using it.
Okay.
It actually mounts behind the operator, so behind the operator platform. When you're using this, that allows you to drop material after the tractor, so your tractor's not kicking it up into the undercarriage of the tractor, and you're not wasting material. 2 cubic feet is also more than our competition, where they're at like a 1.5.
This is bag salt only, I would imagine.
Bag salt, yep, is what we recommend. It does have a bag splitter in here.
Okay.
This is our straight blade. It's a 48-inch straight blade. Allows you to pivot 30 degrees in either direction, so you can get it down to 36 inches when you're clearing those shorter walks. Again, electric over hydraulic, so you pull up with the tractor, just hook onto the front, and then plug it in.
Okay, simple enough.
Yeah.
This I'm really curious about.
This
a lot
is
of broom usage.
This is awesome. It's our 44-inch power broom. It's actually PTO driven.
Oh.
So with Mammoth, we use a PTO versus hydraulics or belts. It allows us to put more power into the attachment. So I mentioned before, 28.5 horsepower. Great amount of power to run these machines, but the best part is most of that power actually makes it to these attachments for when you're using them on your site. You're not losing it in the hydraulics. So when you hook this unit up, same thing, you're going to pick it up with that skid steer style plate in the front, and then a single PTO to clip on the collar underneath it. And the broom is going to pivot 20 degrees in either direction,
Okay.
again using that joystick on the dash, and you can adjust the amount of down pressure that you're using as well. This is our snowblower. It's one of 2 snowblowers that we're going to be offering this year with the Mammoth. This is a 36-inch. We also have a 48-inch that is going to be
really?
available.
Okay.
So you're able to accommodate those shorter or those narrower walks and those wider walks.
Right.
Our snowblower can throw at least 60 feet. We've clocked it at more than that. This is really fantastic because it allows us to build on the history of the Ariens company. We've been making snowblowers since 1960. We're the king of snow. We know how to make great snow throwers, and so this is a great way for us to use that with Mammoth. You've got a big impeller, good heavy-duty augers, adjustable skid shoes, and again, PTO driven, so all that power from that big engine in the tractor is making it into the unit here to help pick up, collect, and throw the snow.
So I'm curious mostly about the snow thrower because you have so many different weights of snow. Is the Mammoth, 48-inch snow thrower on the Mammoth, do we have enough power to keep moving forward?
Yep, absolutely.
Help me understand how that really works, because I know when I'm hand pushing a snowblower, sometimes I just can't get through the snow.
Yeah, so that's a good question. And again, it all goes back to that 850 Cowie engine. EFI powered, so it's able to adjust on the fly how much power it's getting down there. And you do have throttle control on the dash.
Okay.
But when it comes to eating the big, heavy, wet snow, like we think as a homeowner, that snow at the end of your driveway, imagine being a commercial snow removal team and having to deal with that all over your property, all over your site. This has no problem cutting through that stuff.
Okay.
Hot knife through butter is what we always hear.
We heard about the power. Are we going to have a good low torque with the wheels on this? And you're doing wheels instead of tracked.
Yep.
So help me understand how this design came about then.
Sure. For this particular unit, you mentioned the wheels. We decided on this particular unit, wheels made more sense than tracks. We did go with a substantially bigger wheel and tire set than our competition. This is a 22-inch TerraTrack style tire, a little bigger wheelbase too. It gives us more stability. The Mammoth tractor itself is just over 1,000 pounds. So a lot of good force, good down pressure to create traction out in those slippery environments. It does zero turn though, so great maneuverability within the job site. As far as controls and everything, we'll just touch on these up here. Everything for Mammoth is going to be controlled right here on the dash. So I mentioned the joystick before, and that's going to allow you to pivot your attachments left, right, up, and down. This rocker right here is going to be for the deflector cap on your snow thrower heads.
I got it.
And then over here we have the throttle control, allows you to throttle down, throttle up, not only for your drive speed, but also the amount of power going to your attachments because it's all PTO driven.
Nice.
We've got fuel gauge, toggles here for your lights, and heated hand grips, which is huge.
Well, heated is nice.
Yes,
you're going to be out in the elements.
Especially for snow.
Yep.
We have a toggle that will go here, and that allows you to go between the salt drop spreader and our brine kit. We have a brine kit available for this. It's a 20-gallon brine tank. It would come with a wand and 5 nozzles that all drop underneath the operator platform. So 2 kind of off by the fenders, and then 3 directly underneath. And again, dropping behind the unit.
Nice.
So we're not wasting product, and it's going exactly where we want it to go.
Well, thank you so much for walking us through the Mammoth and all of its attachments, Nick. It's a pleasure to finally get to see exactly what you've all been up to, and I'm sure there's more to come, I would imagine.
Absolutely, plenty more.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mike.